Hi, I'm Kanika Saxena from kanikasaxena.com. Hope you're all doing well. In my previous video, I had spoken about passion and what developing a passion is all about. In that video, I had briefly mentioned about content writing and my passion of which is content writing. I have been getting a lot of queries. People want to know what exactly content writing is. Many people want to take it up as a profession and have a lot of confusion about content writing. So I decided to do this video on content writing. Okay, we've all heard content is king, but what exactly is content? Content is the matter that is communicated to people. So content has been around, it will be here, and it's going to be the future of marketing. In the past, you had ads, handouts, pamphlets, or hoardings, which were very popular. And what did they have? They had something written about the product or the service. So that is how content was always there. Today, it has got a different meaning. When we talk about content, we usually refer to content writing in terms of blogs or articles that you see on websites and other online channels. Content is not just limited to written content. Content is also pictorial content. You can have content in the form of infographics, figures that talk about that explain explanatory figures, videos, YouTube video. This is also a kind of content creation. Okay, but let me talk specifically about content writing. So content writing, many people think is like journalism or like article writing, where you just write about like kind of an essay about the topic. So to an extent, yes, it is like writing something about a topic, but there are certain nuances to it. First thing, online content is written with the purpose that it should help a website for which the content is written rank high in searches. So what I mean to say is that when you are looking for a product or service, you will type your search item in the search bar of Google, and Google will display a list of websites. Usually you will click on the first or the second website to get the information you need. So this is why it is important that a website ranks high in searches, and this is the reason why content writing is done with the purpose that your website or whatever product or service you are promoting, it ranks high in Google searches. So how do you do that? That is done with the help of keywords or SEO, which is search engine optimization. What are keywords? Keywords are search terms that usually users type to look for a particular product or service. For instance, if you're looking for a salon, you might type in the keywords salon services near me. So when you type those keywords, that becomes a keyword, salon services near me. So now a blog or a website content which has this phrase, salon services near me, that is going to rank high because that is what the user is looking for. So keywords are used in the content so that your content ranks high and users click on it and read the content. So this is the purpose of writing optimized content. Keywords are usually provided by digital marketers who use keyword search tools. There are some content writers also use these tools to get the relevant keywords and use them in the content. So this is the first part. The second thing is that your content is written in different forms. It can be blogs, website content, articles, social media posts, email content. So there are different forms of content. Each one has its own particular way, the way in which it's written. So that you will understand when you get into the writing field. Now, another thing about the content is your grammar. Your grammar needs to be 100% accurate. You cannot afford to make grammatical errors in your write-ups. This is because when somebody is reading your content and they find it grammatically wrong, then they are likely to stop reading it and go into some other website and read that content. Another thing is that people tend to, new writers especially, tend to use very complex words, very high flown language. This again might put off your readers because if you're using complex words, your readers might need to keep looking at the dictionary every time they come across some new word. And they are not likely to do that. So if they find your content too complicated, they might move to another website and look for relevant content, and you don't want them. You want them to stay on your website and read your content. So this is another thing. The third aspect of content writing is uniqueness. The content you write must be 100% plagiarism free. What this means is, even though while writing content you research from different websites and write your blogs or articles, you must take care that you have not exactly copied the content from the other website. It should be your own content. You need to read different sites, understand the topic you're talking about, and create unique content which does not exist anywhere. So this can be a challenge because you might be tempted to just copy paste, but you have to use your originality, because otherwise there will be copyright issues, and the client you're working for, or the website for which you've written, that could get into trouble. Another aspect about content writing is, this is one of the most important, it should be engaging content. So what I mean by engaging content is, it should hold the interest of the reader. The reader should get hooked to it. He must feel like reading the entire content without leaving it in between. So writing content in an engaging way is an art, and there you need to make sure that it flows logically. Things are not disjointed. It is like a story. That's what your reader will enjoy. And again, the content must contain keywords. Keywords should be used in such a way in the content that they don't seem like they've been just added. They should be a part of the content. They should just flow in the content. Because if you use too many keywords, or it doesn't become a part of the content, it seems like an extra fitting, then it's called keyword stuffing, and Google penalizes this kind of content. So there's no point trying to write such content where you have added keywords here and there just to make it search engine friendly. So this is basically, these are the building blocks of content writing. This is how you start off with content writing. Then content is usually written to promote a website. You talk about the services, the products that the website is about. So it can be about a technical product, it can be about a real estate site, it can be about a fashion product, anything. So you should create interesting content about that product. It need not be exactly pushing the product. You can talk about advancements in that field or something related to the product, and mention that your website also provides these kind of services or products. So I'll give you an example of what content writing came across to me when I started. I started content writing in 2016, and I joined an IT firm, and that's where my journey of becoming a content writer started. Okay, so here on day one, we were working for a real estate site, where the theme was there, where the idea was to sell houses or any kind of property without hiring an agent through online channels. So the I when I started the first day, I was given keywords: sell a house, sell a home. So I said, okay, not a big deal. I researched and I wrote a decent blog on using the keyword sell a house, sell a home. When I come in the next day, I'm given the keywords sell my house, sell my home. And I was kind of surprised. I said, I just wrote on this yesterday. They said, no, you have to write again because these are the keywords. So, okay, I sat and wrote the next day. And then when I come in the third day, I'm given the keywords sell your house, sell your home. So I was like totally shaken. I mean, how do you write unique content which is interesting every day on the same keywords? So that is a challenge for most content writers. Many content writers experience a burnout and they give up at this stage. Because what happens is you have to keep on racking your brains and you have to keep on coming up with original ideas. And after some time, it can get very, very difficult, to think of something original. So, but for me, it worked the other way. For me, it became a challenge. I really look forward to getting these keywords and creating something totally different each day. So one day I would be talking about benefits of selling your home without an agent. The next blog may be on how benefits of selling a home online through online channels, or things like this. And then there are ways in which you can come up with fresh ideas. I have also written things about the mistakes most sellers make while trying to sell their homes. So these kind of things. So I really enjoyed that because for different websites, I was getting the same keywords every day and I had to think differently. And this is what made me really go deep into content writing, and I began to enjoy it. It was not just about writing, because every time I was given a different product or a different service, we had a number of clients. I had to really, research on that, read up a lot about it, and that increased my knowledge. And slowly I began to learn so much about so many things. And so that is what my journey has been in content writing. Also, one thing I would like to mention, which I missed earlier, is that it benefits if you have a background on the topic that you are writing about. So for instance, if you're writing about law, you will be more comfortable using legal terminology and creating content if you have a legal background. And for me, if I write content on say Internet of Things or artificial intelligence, I don't find it that difficult because of my engineering background. So your background also makes a lot of difference in your approach. It becomes easier for you to write on topics that you're comfortable with. But that doesn't mean you cannot write on new topics. There's enough information on the internet. You need to put an effort, understand the topic, and create your content. Content writing has become kind of a default characteristic with me. I just enjoy it. Now it has become effortless. It hardly takes me time to write on new topics, and it is my love. And it is content writing that has helped me become an author. It's my fluency in writing that helped me write my first book and subsequently 6 others. So hope you find this information on content writing useful. Do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram and like my Facebook page. Links are mentioned in the description below. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching the video.